Moving on to number 9, award of contract for the disking and slip plowing of the wastewater treatment facility effluent discharge ponds. I don't know who wants this job, but Diana, our Public Works Director, is going to
I love this job.
fill us in.
I love this job. I love talking about our wastewater ponds. So the city has 2 options for discharge of our treated effluent. One is through our diffuser that's located in the river bottoms in the Shanghai Bend area. As you recall, with the change in the riverbed, that diffuser is out of the water most of the time now. And so the option that we've been using for the last few years is to discharge to our evaporation percolation ponds located on the east side of the Feather River. Over time, those ponds lose efficiency just because of sedimentation. The soil gets compacted, and so we go in and we disc to remove weeds, and then we rip to fracture the underlying soil to improve the percolation. We went out and received 3 proposals for the slip plowing. When we did that, we were ready to award a contract to Mechanical and Irrigation Solutions. And then we were contacted by the mosquito control district about the need to disc after we slip plow because the furrows are too deep for the mosquito fish. And so then we added in the disking of the ponds as well. So the award tonight is for the ability to disc and slip plow all 6 ponds. We don't think we're going to be able to get to that this year because you have to take a pond out of service to allow it to dry enough to be able to rip and then put it back in service. For the last about month and a half, we've been able to discharge to the river based upon the increased flows from the Feather River, and so we've been able to dry more ponds than what we thought we were going to be able to. So we're going to be able to go in and disc and rip about 3 ponds this summer. Doubtful that we'll get to the total of 6, but we wanted to get authorization just in case we're able to get it worked out. So the item before you tonight is to award the slip plowing and the disking to Mechanical and Irrigation Solutions.
Okay. Any questions of Diana?
To the mayor.
Go ahead.
Just a point of clarification, in the report it says that disking helps minimize the large berms and deep crevices and valleys that can harbor mosquitoes. I want to clarify that it's actually the mosquito fish that get down in those. Just for a point of education, the mosquito vector district breeds mosquito fish in those ponds, and then they harvest those fish out of the ponds when the numbers increase. And so with those deep furrows, they can't run the seine nets because the mosquito fish actually get down in the grooves and they can't get the fish out. So this is to help so that we can actually pull more of the fish out, because those fish are then in turn used in the rice fields and other areas to help to eradicate the mosquito larvae. So just want to clarify that a little bit. There's no mosquitoes in the pond because of the fish are there, but that's to make it more efficient for the breeding of the fish and harvesting of the fish.
Through Mayor, just a quick question. When we're ripping this ground 6 feet deep and they're still going to disc it, we do know that the ground's not going to be leveled because you're bringing it up quite a bit. And does it have, even if they disc it, you're still going to have some peaks and valleys where it's going to sit in high and low. Does it matter if it's leveled or not?
Not from our operational standpoint. It's more for the mosquito district.
Okay. I mean, it'll percolate. I mean, it'll open up the ground quite a bit, but your ground's going to have some really high runs and lows in it. So, and it'll take a while for the rain from the following year's rain to start settling that dirt down. So.
Well, the disking is basically to help kind of level out and get rid of some of those deep furrows.
Some of those.
Some of them, yes. So that's why it was requested that we do that additional step, but as we do this to make it more efficient for the harvesting of the fish.
Just out of curiosity, was the mosquito vector paying for that since it asked for it to be disked?
No, the city actually gets the benefit of having the fish in there to keep the mosquitoes down in those ponds. So it's a mutual beneficial situation.
Okay.
I'd like to move for approval.
Second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Sound like that one went through unanimously also.